No Time to Die is the 25th James Bond movie and Daniel Craig's fifth and final outing as the character. I didn't grow up with James Bond films as a kid, other than the occasional Brosnan romp, but the Daniel Craig era has been my Bond. His grittier and more emotionally grounded take fits with my artistic sensibilities, and the filmmaking itself has taken a huge leap from previous eras, with Skyfall still being the series' high point. Though director Cary Joji Fukunaga of True Detective and Beasts of No Nation fame gives Mendes a run for his money. No Time to Die finds Bond retired after the events of Spectre and going off to live a life of comfort with Léa Seydoux' Madeline. However, following an attack on an MI6 chemical lab, Bond is brought back into the fray to catch Rami Malek's Lucifer Safin, a dealer of poisons attempting to use a biological weapon against the population. The plot is pretty cookie cutter and cliche, but let's face it, these movies aren't about plot. They're about vibe and action sequences, and that's where the movie delivers. From smaller moments of atmospheric suspense, like the opening scene in Norway that introduces Malek's villain, to the more bombastic set pieces like the car chase in Matera, Italy, that still manages to be exciting despite the fact that it has been shown to death in the trailers. Fukunaga's set pieces may not hit the highs of spectacle that Skyfall or Spectre did, but I'd say No Time to Die is the best paced Bond film, with each set piece arriving right on time before any lull can set in, and delivering some of the most emotionally satisfying action of the Craig era, that always serves the story while carrying an emotional payoff. Linus Sandgren's cinematography is another highlight of the movie. Shot on film with minimal post-stabilization, the film has a tangible feel, and strikes a balance between the realism that the Craig era has set and embracing the glossy aesthetic of James Bond, with blown out windows and sunsets that make some shots border on looking like they're right out of a commercial. Though this is a minor quibble, but it does keep it from standing shoulder to shoulder with Roger Deakins' work on Skyfall. Now, all of this would mean nothing if we didn't care, and it's a testament to Craig's performance over the last 16 years that he's managed to maintain the icon of James Bond while still finding moments to make me do something I've never done in a Bond film before: tear up. Craig brings layers and pathos that might be trite or overwrought in the hands of a lesser performer, but Craig makes that balance between fun Bond and broken Bond seem effortless. He's not alone though. This Bond is aided by easily the best supporting cast in a Bond film ever, particularly Ben Whishaw's Q and Lashana Lynch's new 00 character, whose petty workplace rivalry with Bond is a joy to watch. No Time to Die even manages to redeem Madeline for me, who I found to be a bit of a nothing inspector, but manages to become a more compelling character in this movie. Though I'd say that has more to do with the script using manipulative emotional tactics to get you to care than anything having to do with Seydoux' actual performance, which is fine. Much has been made of Ana de Armas' small role as CIA agent Paloma in the film, and for good reason. Her appearance during the Cuba sequence is an undeniable highlight of the movie, and we're genuinely bummed when she's left the film as quickly as she arrived. With this and Knives Out, Ana de Armas has really proved she has the star power to stick around in movies for a long time. The weak link here is Rami Malek's Safin. None of this is due to his performance, which absolutely makes good use of his intense, offbeat, wide-eyed energy, but instead the script, which treats Malek's character more as a plot device than a person. The film's strength, its emotional focus on Bond and his character, also acts as its weakness, since that focus comes at the expense of a more compelling villain. No Time to Die may not be the best of Daniel Craig's Bond films, but still stands as a highlight of Craig's tenure as Bond. Craig gives his best performance in the role while still allowing the supporting players to shine, and Fukunaga's direction brings a stylish flair that makes this one of the best looking action films in recent years. I'll miss Craig as Bond, but if he had to go out, thank God he went out with a... I give No Time to Die an 8 out of 10.